All right, we are now recording.
At age 18, you're old enough to fight in a war, you're old enough to vote, and you're old enough to smoke, but society says you're not old enough to have a kid. Pregnant women get cheerful reception from everyone. Being pregnant is cool unless you're young or you look too young. Then you get stereotyped. You're immature, you're irresponsible, and you're probably inept. Your child is going to be raised badly and it's all your fault. I'm not suggesting that society should encourage teen pregnancy, but what about the mature teenagers? Those who have the support, the motivation, and the emotional resources to have a child. Hunters and gatherers used to have kids when they were 18 and 19. In studies recently published by Journal of Pediatrics, they tracked thousands of children from infancy to age 5, and they asked what impact the mother's age had on the children's development, and the researchers also examined other factors including maternal education, financial difficulties, partner status, smoking, and depression. Being a young mother was not a big predictor of development problems. It was all the other factors added together that made a big difference. I think if a teen mom is mature enough and has enough resources, then she can be a great mom and take great care of her children. I think that I'm proof that I got pregnant when I was 17, and I dropped out of high school. And everyone told my mother that I would run off and she would be left to raise my child. And I was determined that that wasn't going to happen. And when my son Mason was born, I stepped up. I took care of my son the best I could. I got my GED. I started a job at the daycare, and I went back to college. Now it's 3 years later, and Mason is a happy 3-year-old boy. He adores his little brother, and I just graduated college to be a certified medical assistant, and I'm continuing to further my degree. My fiance and I have our own place, and we're getting married in the spring. So I think I'm not the typical stereotype of a teenage mother. People think when you get pregnant that you give your life up. In some ways you might, but you're giving your life up to better another life. Some people say when you get pregnant that it makes you less responsible. I think it makes you more responsible for taking care of another life. I think that age shouldn't determine what kind of mother you're going to be. I would just like to be able to take my kids to the park or the store without getting dirty looks, hated stares, or hearing whispers. I think I'm just like every other mother. I'm doing the best with what I have to raise my children the best I can. Young or old, good or bad, the woman is going to be a mother for the rest of her life. If society wouldn't be so quick to judge and criticize and would be more willing to understand, then a teen mom wouldn't feel limited to her potential.